is not a sewing room. It is a room I choose to use for sewing. It's connected to the bedroom and the closet, and I get ready in the morning over there, which is my vanity. So anyways, but let's start with the most interesting part of the sewing room. Oh my gosh. Let's start with the most interesting part of the sewing room, the sewing machines. So, first of all, I got my Pfaff Passport here. It's a Passport 3.0. And it's got the IDT, which I love. It's a simple machine. It's got this many stitches. And I basically am completely obsessed with Pfaff machines, and I use them. I use this machine more than anything. We are ready. And while we're in my sewing room, let me just show you what happens whenever I sew. This little boy comes in. This is off, of course, but he comes in and he drives his cars everywhere. So he'll push everything out of the way just so he can drive his cars. So yeah, this is part of my sewing room. Alright, then I've got my scissors here, and it's like paint can, pencil sharpener, because I use pencils a lot when I'm tracing or whatever, and so I have my pencils as well here, and my pens. I have a magnetic holder. Of course, it's not working that well because I just dropped a pen, but anyways, I have a magnetic holder for my pins, and so when I'm sewing and I'm taking my pins out, I just pop them on here, and then I have another one identical with more pins on my actual sewing table, so when I need to pin something, I don't have to like reach and get this one and bring it back over there. These are threads that I'm kind of using currently, so I just put them right here for easy access. This is all of my thread, which looks like a lot, but I'm still constantly missing colors that I need, but it's a nice go-to. This is an extra lamp because I'm pretty much blind in this room. I also have a lamp here and there. Then I turn. This is my serger. It's a baby lock Eclipse, and I love it. 2 pieces. It's a little bit dirty right now, but basically the best part is this air threading. So I put the thread through here. I push this little button, and then it pops out where it needs to pop out, and it's the most amazing thing ever. By the way, speaking of a dirty machine, I did not do anything to clean my sewing room before this video. I just thought it would be more honest and easy to just show you how it looks like literally on the spot. So I didn't clean it or do anything. I have serger thread here because I just changed it out to a darker color for a project, and since I use this color all the time instead of putting it away where it goes like I should, I just left it here because I know I'm going to switch right back. Then I've got zippers here. I've got them grouped by length, and so I just group them. I got this container at Walmart, I think, and I like to have them up here because I need them a lot. But I basically group them by length and the type. So this is just a regular zipper, but then I've got like my invisible zippers grouped together with their particular lengths. This is a card my daughter gave me, and she makes me stuff all the time. So I put it here because it reminds me of her, and I love it. Here's some other little trinkets for my kids, so I like to keep those there. This one is always here, driving cars and my machines, as I said. Also, I want to point this out. This was made, I hang this on my thread because it was made by some moms in Africa for a project that I did when I made some dresses for some orphan girls. Anyway, so it's really special to me, so I put this here. My tape's here for when I'm taping together PDF patterns. Okay, so I have 2 drawers here, which is not a lot of real estate, so I only put the major important things in here. So I have my bobbin thread, I have some knit ballpoint needles, or pins, sorry, not needles. These are all my commonly used machine needles, and I kind of group them. Here's some twin needles, here's some jeans needles, and I kind of like used each space to put like different ones in there. And then I've got some extras of some other kinds here. Here's a sewing gauge hem thing, whatever you call that. Here are some just sewing needles when I'm sewing on buttons or things like that. And in here, I've got some, I forgot what you call these, but they're for really delicate fabric. They're pins that are for like wool or like silk, like really, really thin fabric. Here is my actual sewing gauge. I have 2 of them. Then I have my seam rippers, of course. And then I have my most commonly used machine feet here. I have my zip, I think this is, yep, invisible zipper foot. I kind of keep it in this package so I can remember. This is my buttonhole cutter thing. I can link this on Amazon too, in my Amazon shop, so you guys can buy it from there. And this is the little pad it comes with, so you can make the hole. Marker that comes off with water. Use that all the time. Here's some screwdrivers for my machines. I've got some brushes to clean them. I don't know why I have hook and eyes in here, but here they are. And then yeah, so that's pretty much it for like what goes right next to me. So now that we've done all this, oh, and I keep this ruler handy like all the time. Here's my ironing board, my iron, and this red lights. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. My red light is always blinking. That's just how this iron works, but it's off. Here's my spray bottle, because I don't fill it with water. I just spray and iron. And if I need to steam something, I'll just spray it, and then I'll hold the iron over it or whatever. And then I typically don't sew in this kind of clothing because when I roll around, I would probably just roll on these all day long, but this is just for y'all for the video. All right, and then you already saw my fabric collection, which is right there. And then this is my sewing table. All right, so I got this table from Walmart. It's not expensive. I think it was like, how much was it, Daddy?
Oh.
I don't know. Like,
Daddy.
Yeah, like 30, no, it was like 50 bucks or something. I don't know. And then I got this from cuttingmats.net, I think. And they basically, you can have them cut a mat to be the exact size of your table. It's been really good so far. The only problem is I had an ironing pad that I used to use to iron projects on, and it was ruining my mat. So it's wavy.
Watch out!
No, you watch out. So it was wavy right here, and it is wavy right here. So it's kind of annoying, so I might need to get another one. And then, as you can see, there's always cars on my table. Then I have another lamp, because the lighting in this room is just awful, and I want to replace it, but we haven't gotten around to it. So that's here. I always have a hair clip nearby, because once I start sewing, I just am like, I'm tired of my hair. This is important, actually, that it's here, because I never take care of myself when I'm sewing. I never drink water. I never do anything I'm supposed to do. I will hold, need to go to the restroom for like way too long when I'm focusing, so I always keep my water here. These are in progress projects that I will stack on the table, and if I need the whole table to cut something out, I will just move them to another spot, but I kind of keep my in progress stuff here. And then, like I said, this is has nothing to do with sewing. This is just where I get ready in the morning. Has my makeup and stuff in there. This is kind of embarrassing. So these are all the patterns that I've ordered from the copy shop, and I have yet to print out. I mean, not yet to print out, yet to cut out. So I tried my best to group them, like dresses, pants, things like that, but they have gone askew lately. So we just won't look at that. And then when we're going in the bathroom, which is right here, we can just hide it behind the door. So that's that. And then moving over here, oh, I forgot to show you, you don't need to see it, but I have a little trash can right underneath where my sewing table is, and I also have a little basket of, actually let me show you, hold on. I have a little basket down here of fabric scraps, And these are basically projects that I've cut out, and I keep the fabric in a basket because I might need to test the stitch on there or see if what kind of needle works best or whatever. And then I keep some yarn in here, which is funny. This is actually like really nice wool yarn, but I don't have enough to really make anything, so I'm just using it for gathering. But I basically, anytime I gather anything big, I take this, put it on my fabric, and zigzag back and forth over it, and I use this to gather. So I keep my yarn here, and that's that. And I have my trash can down there. And let's come over here. Now this looks kind of like a mess because I'm in the process of bleaching denim. So I have my denim here, and this stuff is not normally all on here. So I will put it down here. Any projects that need to be mended, I try to just pop them on here because I really want to get to them soon. And so I try to make them like in the way so that they don't like pile up. So this is in the way and it's on top of my stuff. So I reorganized this a couple of months ago, and it has been amazing. So I basically put everything that belongs together. So I have my pattern weights. I have these things. These are bias tape makers right here. It came in a kit, so I keep them together. This is all like fabric marking stuff. These little marking things here. This is really cool, like seam allowance marker that I got for Christmas. This is all my chalk right here. This is these are labels for my clothing. A lot of Kylie and the Machine labels. I have some more button stuff. I have like one that just like punches through, and then I have this spray check. And then, okay, so these are all extra needles. I have rotary cutter blades. I always get like a ton of those. This is bias tape, no, fusible, yeah, bias fusible tape to kind of reinforce seams. I have some stretch stuff. I have some French curves here. Tried to squeeze as much as I could on the top because I use it so much. I've got like more of these. I got these little clips for when I'm doing like swimwear and stuff. Safety pins, other types of pins. And this is like tracing paper, rubber bands for whenever I get my copy shop patterns in. And these are like machine extras. Okay, he's okay. Those are machine extras. These are bobbins and bobbin cases. And yeah, that's, oh, and this is, y'all, this is like my favorite thing in the whole world. It's an expanding sewing gauge. I'll put this in my Amazon shop too. And look, I can just mark my buttonholes and they're evenly spaced. It's like my most favorite thing in the whole world. Anyways, so I'm gonna pop that back here and I keep it right there, and I never put it anywhere else. That's the top drawer. This drawer has bra making kits, bra making patterns, this sticky stuff, Odif 505 spray, which she recommends. I can put that in my Amazon shop as well. This is like, I just kind of stuffed this in here. This is like crochet and knitting stuff behind there because this is basically my craft corner, so I don't put stuff anywhere else. This is like, these are just like notions. Like, I kept these in Hobby Lobby bags because these are for specific projects that I'm doing soon, so I'm keeping them together. But I have like jeans buttons back here, zipper packs, Kelly Anorak, like pack with everything I need in it. And then I also have a random glue gun in here, but you know, I know it's there, so I have that. And then this is on my serger thread. It's a little bit messy because they get knocked down, but I also have another box of serger thread somewhere else, which I'll get to. These are my elastics. So I have tried to group them like size-wise. So this is like 1/4 inch, and like it goes up from there. Like there's 1.5 and 1.5 here, and then there's 2 inch there. And then I put all my swim elastics, like anything that's chlorine safe or saltwater safe, behind there. And so that's all these elastics right here.
I want to
also, you already saw my fabric, but I also have this tailor's ham, and then I have this, which is good for sleeves. I just keep those there. This is just big stock of muslin, basically, that I keep there. And this is buckram, I think, which is for a bag that I'm gonna make. I keep some of my, oh sorry, thank you. I keep some of my measuring tapes up here. And then I've got a meter stick back here, another cutting mat if I need one. My daughter borrows this one too. And then I have a couple of projects up here. Like these are things that I, oh, here's a little car. Here, Georgie. Your cars just go everywhere, don't they? They just travel the world. Anyways, this is these are patterns I need to put back in my pattern storage, and then I have like other random sheets that I need to put together. Let me go under here. I forgot to show you. These are projects I'm wanting to make soon that I just kind of want to think through, and so I just put them down there. These are more in progress projects that I've cut out. And then I have the ironing pad, which I may not keep because it ruined my table, but I have it there for now. This is all my interfacing. And I have some muslin here so I use it to iron my interfacing on. I just use it to protect the interfacing so it doesn't stick to my iron. And then I've got more serger thread. I try to keep everything in the same spot, but just wouldn't all fit in that drawer, so I had to put it in here. And then I've got my buttons.
fabric. It's mommy's fabric.
It's mommy's fabric. That's right. That's right. My buttons there. And then I forgot to mention the funniest part of the sewing room, which are the paint cans. So it's super high tech, but basically when I want to cut out a project, I will put all 4 legs on these paint cans, and then it's more like up here, and so I'm not bending over to cut out a project. I have a few things in the closet as well. Okay, so welcome to the closet. So right here I have all my sewing books, basically, a lot of pattern books as well. I have Breaking the Pattern, Tilly, the Gentleman's Wardrobe, which I need to be using so my hubby can have some clothes, but I like to make things for myself. It's not a secret. And then I have, Dress Like a Parisian. I like this book, and I started reading it, but funny thing about me is I felt like it was telling me what to do, and I don't like that, so I stopped reading it for a while. But it's still really good. I'm just being stupid, you know, don't mind me. Because it was like, you can't wear this with this. And I'm like, yes, I can. But it's actually really good, and it's got a lot of style tips. So anyway, I'm just weird. All right, and now this is another book that I haven't really done anything with, but it looked really cool because you can make a bunch of projects from just like shapes, like triangles and squares and things like that. So I wanted to delve into that at some point. Love this book, The Art of Stripes. It's just so inspiring. I mean, look at it. You should all have it in your library. And then that's pretty much it. There's just some other, like, these are my sewing manuals and stuff. This is the cardboard things, comic book boards that I use for organizing my fabric. This is a paper cutter, so when I have patterns I need to piece together, I put the edges in there and chop them off. There is a pattern kit right there. This is like clothing, some scraps right there, some fabric for Emma at the very top, some knit fabric that I've had forever. And then I have, if you come all the way back down here, slowly so we don't make you throw up, I have my knitting stuff. This is my knitting bag that I take around. And then I've got a bunch of projects, a bunch of yarn in here, and like patterns and stuff, knitting patterns. So, oh, it's getting stuck. Oh no, the knitting needles are coming out the bottom of the basket. All right. So I think that's it. I've got one more container in Georgie's room, which he's now sleeping because he was being a monster. So I can't go in there. But basically, it's with all my patterns, and it just has bias tape and ribbon and like lace and stuff. It's just one little sewing box. That's it. So that's pretty much it. I've missed like a few minor things. Like I've got some woven interfacing somewhere next to my drawers, and I think that's about it. So it's pretty awesome. And this is our closet, by the way. It's pretty cool. So if you like this video, just subscribe down below so you can be and then hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I have another video. Please leave a comment. Tell me if there's a better way to organize something, or if you really liked something, or if you really didn't like how I organized something and you think I should change it. Just let me know. And I'll comment back. So thanks for hanging out with me in my sewing room. Bye. So, basically, you want me to move that?
No.
Oh, you want it? You want it? It needs a nap. Anyway, so I'm basically use that.
This way.
Okay. Okay.